Just really neat. Hey, Pete. Do they ever really fix things? I have no idea what this is. What do I care? Let's go. I'm good at this. Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I'm a full-time eBay reseller, and today we're going to go over what I found at last weekend's estate sale. Wasn't a ton of stuff, but when pickings are slim, that's when having more knowledge than the next person gives you the advantage and makes this a viable job. So let's check out what I got. All right, first couple things. I know I said we weren't going to do any clothes or blanks, anything like that, because we hate it. But like I just said, when pickings are slim, kind of gotta make it work. Total, what I spent at the estate sale was $38, and $5 of that was on this step stool that I bought for the garage so that we'd have one in the house and the garage, didn't have to mess with bringing it back and forth anymore. $5 for that little step stool I think was a great price. But I paid $2.50 for each one of these blankets. I figure somewhere around $24.99 plus shipping. Not a ton of money. There was a third one that actually had a better pattern that would have been worth more money than either of these. In my opinion, I'm not a blanket expert. What I do know about blankets like this, crocheted blankets, is that the more vibrant the colors and the more extreme the patterns, then the more value, because then there's the less of those available and just more demand. So supply, demand. Easy, right? Somewhere around $24.99 plus shipping. This I picked up for me. I think I paid $1.50 for it. It was half off day. I don't go to estate sales on the first day unless they're very close to me, and that's usually just to scope out what they have. This one was about 25-minute drive both ways. I do have one to go to this weekend, and that one's about a 45-minute drive both ways. So not super excited about that, but I did say I need to start hitting the estate sales, even though they're not close, even though it's going to be a little more time. The potential for that high end is just greater at estate sales. Also, the stuff's just cleaner. It's not that, I'm not saying all garage sales are like this, but sometimes you got like that griminess you got to deal with where they're just pulling stuff out of their garage, trying to get rid of it. An estate sale, it's literally in their home. A week ago, it's where somebody lived. So that's always a plus. But this I got for me for a new storage system. I think this will be perfect for little pins and stuff like that. I'm going to find some type of way to, maybe some index cards or something, to block these off and divide it. And then probably put numbers in the bottom of each of those, however I figure out to do that. And then I think that's going to be just a great addition for small items. And that will probably... It'll probably end up over on B3 right there with the fishing tackle containers, which that's my goal. To make that large storage area into a large storage area that I can fit many, many, many little things in. Did get a decent amount of stuff for myself, so of course that means nothing for resale. But this excited me more than anything else I got. 3 pairs of wool hunting socks for $2.50. I am just beyond happy for that, because I don't know. I think I have a circulation issue or something, because my hands and feet are just always cold. Just always. And then these, I wasn't positive, but I figured for 50 cents, there's some money to be had here. I don't know how much. And then this one does have a bit of an issue here, but 50 cents, even if it's $9.99 free shipping, it's a very nice scarf. I don't see any branding on it. I don't remember if I did at the time either. And I did realize I'm zooming in too much, so I got to back the camera up. Sorry about that. But then I'm next to my face, and then I'm going to yell at you. So, you win some, you lose some. And then this one also, just a nice scarf, vibrant pattern. This one's in good condition. This one does have a name, Morsley from New York. And then 50 cents again. My hope on that is $9.99, $14.99 free shipping. If it's better than that, awesome. If it's worse than that, then I am a failure. Next, you know I love them. I got a pair of koozies. I think I paid 50 cents a piece for these. That's a little more than I would normally pay for a koozie, but it's okay. I needed a couple to round out a lot because I like to sell those in lots. Pay 25 cents, 50 cents or less. Find them in the free boxes. They don't have to match. just the foam solid koozies. And actually, it's better if they don't match. Put them in a lot of 10, 15, 20, and they do sell, and for pretty good money for what they are. Next up, I wasn't sure on these, but I said I think this is okay. It is just a couple vintage spice cans, and they do still have the spice in them. I don't know. I kind of just wanted to take the shot on them. I figured if they looked them up and felt that they were worth $2, that I was willing to pay $1 and hopefully get, again, $9.99 free shipping, $12.99 free shipping. I really have no idea. And you say, Drew, well, why didn't you just look it up on the spot? Well, that's because there's only so many hours in the day, and you can't look up every single item, and I can't give up entire weekend away from my family and all that kind of stuff, and house chores and things like that. You got to pick your spots when it's worth the time to look something up, to take that extra 2 minutes to sit there and look it up. Sounds like nothing, but that adds up. And this I paid $1 for. I got one just like this not that long ago that had an elephant on it, and I think it sold for $14.99, or it's listed $14.99 free shipping. And this one's got a clown. It's just a pewter cork wine stopper, but that was definitely worth picking up. Will it sell quickly? Who knows? Will it sell eventually? Most definitely. Next thing is a pair of ladies' New Balance shoes for $1, and they're pretty clean. The bottoms also pretty clean. Looks like these were maybe just wore around the house, but yeah, for $1, that's definitely $24.99 plus shipping, $19.99 plus shipping. Either way, excited about those. And by excited, I mean just happy to have stuff to sell. This was in a free box. No clue. Michigan Bell, Smarty the Safety Hound, never even heard of it. But in a free box, I'm going to at least take a shot, so I took that home. Oh, this was also in the free box. This is a wallpaper border. Wallpaper borders, you're getting $9.99 free shipping plus. I think I got some not that long ago, and we ended up listing them individually. These ones right here, I think it was from the other estate sale from this company I went to. And for those, I think these were $14.99 free shipping each. So stuff like that. People think it's worthless. I got that in a free box. I'm going to make $10 out of it. And then right here, I got a Norton sharpening stone. I don't know what this one's worth. I paid $1 for it. Maybe $1.50. Sharpening stones in general have been really good for me. I don't know. I never know the difference between a high-end sharpening stone and a cheap sharpening stone. I don't have any on my shelves, and I've bought many of them, so that tells me to continue buying them willy-nilly because they're cheap, usually, and they sell. So even if it's only a couple dollars profit, things that sell quickly or things that have a good sell-through rate, a couple hours profit is fine. This item I did look up. This one was this is probably a long tail item of some kind, but it's a Angel's Share glass, made in Scotland, and this has something to do with whiskey. I don't know what it has to do with whiskey, but something. I paid, it was $10 original. It was half off, so I paid $5. And for me to pay $5 for something, it had to be worth a decent amount of money, because for me, that is paying up. I am a value investor. I like to buy things that are super cheap so that I eliminate the downside risk. Downside risk to me is more important than upside possibility. So that's what I like to do. So I think that was 40 plus, might have been 50 plus for that. I'm not really sure. I do remember though that there was like 1 sold comp and I think 3 listed. So not a real good sell-through rate. For other people, that wouldn't be an item they want to mess with because it's going to sit around for, could sit around for years. But I don't care because this is my business forever. This is not a hobby. This is what I do. And then this, I think, is a pretty good score. Not a great brand, this Iowa, but I paid $5 for this because it was $10 original, which they gave me a weird look, like I was the one that changed the number on this or something. I don't know, but of course I didn't. It was original 10. I paid 5. This is new in package. It is opened, but it's a Iowa MP3 CD XP MP3C compact disc player with the cassette and car charger. This type of combo, if you find just these, the cassette charger combos, those alone are worth $24 or $25. New, I think it's even more than that. I think it's in the 35 plus range. So just for that part of it, it was worth it. But I think the whole thing, I'll probably shoot for $50 plus shipping, because it is, of course, more than a pound, so it can't go first class. I want to say it was maybe going to be more in the 75 range, but in that $50 to $75 range, and that is great. That was the best score. Not a ton of stuff, not anything fantastic, but it's enough listings to get through another day. You know, that's kind of how you got to do it. When you work like I do, where I'm very against having back stock, very against having death pile, money pile, whatever you want to call it, you can have some, but when it gets to beyond, for me, when it gets to beyond 2 shelves worth, it's too much. Things don't run out. I gotta sit down because my thoughts are all over the place and jumbled up. You should have enough back stock that you're comfortable. And for every person, that is different. For me, I'm comfortable with about 2 shelves worth of stuff, 2 shelving units worth of stuff, because I have ways to get inventory every day. If I need stuff right now, I could leave this house, go get some, and I'd have more stuff. Is it going to be the best stuff? Probably not. Is it going to be, $1,000 items? No, definitely not. But is it enough to keep the store going until I run into another hit? Because if you overwhelm yourself just piling stuff up, then when the good buy does come in, when you buy out a shoe collection from somebody with, multi-$100 pairs of shoes, 100 multi-$100 pairs of shoes, or you buy out, maybe it's a video game lot, or just something where you get an influx. Now all of a sudden all that pile gets pushed aside, still growing. It's a snowballing effect that people should be aware of and be cautious of. Now, for me, I do feel a little pressure because normally I have enough stuff to get me through about a month's worth of listings, and that's usually where we're at. And right now, we have about 2 weeks worth of listings. So that is, in my way I like to do stuff, a little out of my comfort zone. When I say that, if you've been watching for a while, I've always got books, I've always got records to list. I don't run out of stuff. But you like the better stuff, right? You want the good stuff. So I know it's a short one, but if I stick the haul videos with the pull videos, they're like an hour long, and everybody's busy. Nobody's got time to watch an hour video. So that's gonna be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.